Oh, what are we doing? Well, before I do that, I want to make sure the episode number is right.
It's 74.
It's actually fucking 74, Paul.
It's 74. Okay, cool.
Yeah, you did 73 last week. We did 72 the week before, and we did 72 the week before.
Well, yeah, because I didn't know if that when I was like official like a 72.5 or if it was officially.
No, I
73.
made it 73 because if we don't make it 73, then we fall behind, and the whole point was so that we don't fall behind. That's right. This is a war with Star Wars and Scotch.
Guys, welcome to your weekly war with Star Wars and Scotch. Welcome to Studio Blank, the anime and manga podcast, where you can find all your news, views, and reviews on all things weeb every single week. I'm one of your hosts. I love Mondays with Nate Comfimus and then Tim Syndax Atrix, and we're here to keep ahead of Star Wars and Scotch. It's a weekly war.
Paul,
Nate,
I want you to know I'm gonna have to pull the stream audio and use the stream audio for that bit right there, because immediately after I said this is a war with Star Wars and Scotch, somebody hit the yeet button, and I I lost it a little bit. I don't even remember what that's an alert for, but goddamn, it hit me, and I was like, holy shit. That's why I was laughing
it's
so hard.
It's your resub alert.
Oh, it
That's
was
what
you.
it is.
Was it you? No, it wasn't you.
No.
But I will say,
it was somebody.
Thank you, Kat. I love you so much. You've made this podcast better.
Yeah, I'm just saying, if you guys want to catch it live every single week and hear about the shenanigans that we're talking about, you can catch it at twitch.tv/Comfimus and youtube.com/not
C/user channel, whatever the fuck. You have to like actually look up my name because I have less than 100 subscribers. But if you get me there, then we don't have to do this song and dance anymore.
Yeah, so do that, please.
So please sub to my YouTube.
Otherwise, we hope y'all are having a fantastic day. Tim, I don't know if we have a lot of news. I heard it was really light news like last 2 weeks. We did cover some stuff last week, but
I want to set the tone. It is Monday. I'm drinking an alcoholic Mountain Dew.
And I look like a fucking e-boy. So yeah,
you look like you just got expelled from a K-pop
thriving
band
this week. Studio Blank is thriving.
That was really good, Nate. Like that was peak commentary that not
I completely
going
ignored
to appreciate. So
I was just like, I'm gonna focus on what I'm going for here.
I'm glad someone heard it and got it. But anyways, Tim,
I heard it and got it.
News.
Okay, first thing. Fuck Attack on Titan. That's my first piece.
What?
Also, just
why are we saying that?
I'm just not enjoying this season. But also, in news, episode 87, which is going to come, should have come a month from now.
Yes.
So 4 weeks from now is being moved back a week because of some shit.
That's the finale episode, isn't it?
It might be.
That lines up with episode 12 per season.
So all I was gonna say is I thought that you were referring to like the actual Studio Blank episode, and I was like, we're not at 87. And I was like, but that's about the timeline for when I'm getting married. So like,
no, that's just your math is so off.
I know
your math is so wrong.
It's
Paul. Episode 77 is the week that you're supposed to get married.
That's why.
Which Tim and I are going to have a honeymoon episode.
Yeah, we're gonna do shenanigans.
Please do. I'll include something from my honeymoon the following week. Is like
here's the thing. I don't want you on your honeymoon. I want you recorded in front of a green screen with a coconut with a bendy straw sticking out of it, and like very clearly the green screen is fake and there's seagull sound effects. That's what I want. Now, I know you could get the actual like real like video and experience, but I think it'd be way funnier if it wasn't.
It would be way funnier.
Can we figure out how to green screen it and then have the green screen fall and it actually be like I just take a green screen?
Paul, so
that's too much effort because we're not
packing
a green screen with you. Otherwise, that's what we would do.
I mean, I totally could do it.
Yeah,
no,
Paul,
don't. That's a terrible idea. That's an awful idea. Hey, babe,
Paul,
why do you have a giant bag?
Making that work, Paul, the only way that we make that one work is we go out, we buy like the Elgato fucking green screen because it's easy up, easy down, and then we do that, and then we throw the $200 piece of fucking equipment on the ground.
But so the only way here's the thing
that bit works.
It's a good bit. Like the concept of it is a good bit.
No.
But no.
The execution would be more of a pain in the ass.
Back to Attack on Titan, you know, we can keep going.
If Paul went through all the effort to pull that, he'd get executed for sure.
Yeah.
No, Lily is just as much of a meme lord as the rest of you are. And
Paul, it's
so
more.
she'd
It would
probably
be
find it
so much of a
hilarious.
hassle.
Yeah, it would
be
just be
so
a pain
much
in
of a
everyone's
hassle.
ass. That's really what it would be.
That's fair.
But yeah, episode 87 getting delayed a week will now premiere the first week of April. Ta-da! That's the news for Attack on
Yo,
Titan.
April Fools, Kappa. Keep going. It won't be April Fools. I think April Fools falls on like a Thursday.
Okay.
It's a
We
Friday.
have
Oh, it's a Friday.
official announcement that the Dragon Ball movie is opening this summer in North America.
Wow.
Wow. Well,
It's
honestly,
3D.
here's the only reason I thought this was noteworthy is because it opens in April in Japan, and if it opens in like July, that's the shortest time we've gotten a movie that has only launched in Japan in a hot minute.
I mean, we
That's
do
fair.
get JJK 0 in 2 weeks.
We do get
is
JJK
very
0 in
cool.
2 weeks.
3?
2.
It's 3 weeks. It's
Well,
like 2.5.
It's 2 weeks from Thursday, guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like let's call a spade a spade. It's 2 weeks from Thursday. It's 2 weeks.
2.5 weeks right now at recording. It's 2 weeks from episode launch. It's fine.
If you were to round down, it's 2 weeks.
You know what? That's fair.
It's ridiculous.
I'll take
It's
my.
very quick. Listen. You won that, Nate, and I was
I'll
just gonna
take it.
mention that, like, and again, I keep finding random spots in here to be like my wedding. I was going to have us go see it as like the Friday before the wedding, and then my mom said, "Don't do that," and I was like, "Okay, yes, ma'am."
All it opens on Thursday. We can just go on Thursday. And by
That's-
we, I mean everybody but you.
We'll have a great time. Hey, let's hit up Cherry. Let's hit up Bees. Let's hit up everyone in
swear
the
to
area.
It's Studio Blank minus Paul, and
Yo,
then
where's
anyone else that
Addison?
wants to go in
I was
the
gonna say
general
like
Tampa
Lily
area.
goes too, because like apparently I'm
invite
caught up in
Lily.
something. Like,
It's literally just no Paul.
I'd hate it.
It's a no Paul day.
I want to point out, like,
Oh.
my mom and my sister are actually gonna be very upset because like we're gonna see it before them, and they wanted to see it together.
Tragic. That sounds like a
That
them
sounds
problem,
like a them
honestly.
problem.
Yeah.
I love you, Tim.
Anyway.
I'm sorry. My job as a content creator is to go fucking see that movie, and I will go see it with or without you.
I
Like, I don't give a damn.
That
That's
is
As
yeah.
you
I
should,
mean, fair.
if we're honest. So,
Yeah.
Anyway, continuing, more news.
Moving on.
I'm so happy about this movie. Honestly, this is the Wit Studio movie that we talked about, Bubble.
Oh yeah.
Just reaffirming that it comes out on Netflix ahead of the theatrical release in Japan on April 28th. This is Wit Studios' birthday present to my dumbass, and I'm so happy.
I'm so proud of you, babe. You lived
This
a
is
good life.
all I have to look forward to for my birthday.
You
So,
got this.
yeah, and then it releases like 2 weeks later in Japan on the 13th.
I mean, I'm
But-
gonna watch it on Netflix. So hey,
I'm absolutely gonna watch that on Netflix.
we're not gonna have to VPN that, right? I mean, it'll be available in the US, and we won't. Yeah, okay, good. Just making sure. It's not like there's any way to cheat out of region locking.
Yes. The film will debut worldwide on Netflix on April 28th.
There it is. Always gotta check. Always gotta make sure.
And then one more piece of anime movie news. We have an official release date for the home video version of Belle,
Yes, I did see that.
May 3rd. This is G Kids' birthday gift to your boy.
Yep.
You're getting everything.
That's the whole, yeah, so it'll be digitally available on May 3rd and then on Blu-ray on the 17th. I'm probably just gonna buy the Target version because it has a cute steelbook.
I love steelbooks.
So I'll be waiting until the 17th to buy it, but I'll probably watch it on the 3rd
That's fair.
and just rent it that way.
My parents and sister got to see it this weekend, and they were floored. So
Yeah, I'm not surprised. Mamoru Hosoda is a fucking genius. And the release has at least the one in Japan has previously unreleased footage as extras, It has 2 bonus discs and 4 hours of video extras. So I'm
God, I
hoping that's
love those
coming with
moments.
the US release, because
Yeah.
if I'm gonna miss out on potentially 4 hours of other content related to this because I'm region locked to America again, I'm gonna be sad.
You just want to move to Japan, Tim? Is that just the whole goal?
I mean, here's the beauty of living in Japan. You get all of the protection of the US military and you get to live in Japan.
The problem is you still have to pay US taxes.
Actually,
No, you
just,
do.
if you're just a Japanese citizen, no.
But if you're still a US citizen, yes.
Oh yeah, no. Pepe hands.
Yeah,
Pepe
yeah,
Ham.
Sham.
Listen, you can try. It's fine.
You
We'll
know that the
support
United States is one of the only countries that requires you to pay income tax regardless of whether you're working there if you're a citizen?
Did not know that.
Yeah, it's
That's
crazy.
the most United States thing possible.
Oh, it absolutely is.
Anyway, as we move on from less depressing topics like taxes, let's move on to some anime conversation here.
Is there anything else,
and-
Tim?
No, that was
That
it.
was it?
Oh,
All
cool.
right.
Cool. Nate, I want you to hit me with your one anime thought from this week.
My one anime thought. Okay.
Like an anime thought that like you know that we can just roll with for the next like 10 minutes.
Okay, so here's the thing is I started a new anime this week, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And I need to like here, this is what it's called. I started watching Sabikui Bisco.
Oh, you mean the one that
okay.
Jade has been telling us to watch for like the
Yeah.
last 6 weeks? Yeah, that one.
The one that we put in the why the fuck does it exist here?
Yeah. Oh my god. I have no idea what the fuck it is.
Yeah.
The animation is a little all over the place,
Okay.
but I have to tell you, I'm so invested in it because I have no idea what the fuck is going on. So like right now I have watched the first episode and a half. The first episode was like an hour.
Okay.
And the second episode is normal length, like all of that. There's 8 episodes out
Yeah.
right now. And in it, they basically explain that there's a disease going on where people rust and then they'll die if the rust reaches their heart, you know, normal disease stuff. And everybody thinks that the rust is caused by mushrooms.
Yeah.
And then there's this guy who just literally just runs around shooting arrows that cause mushrooms to grow out of stuff. And it's significantly more badass than you would think because mushrooms work as very strong explosions. Like,
Okay.
he shoots a
I remember
helicopter
us
and just
discussing this
mushrooms
in the
come out of it.
preseason, going, what the fuck are we getting into?
Oh,
And
yeah,
being
no.
like, we're not watching this.
This is 100% a what the fuck, but it's very bright, it's very colorful, I have no idea what it is yet.
So I watched the first 20 minutes of the first episode
Yeah.
and then went, I still have no idea what's going on. I'm just going to turn it off because I'm not invested enough to like finish it.
I had to finish
Paul, I
the first
remember that
episode
take.
to figure it out.
Okay.
Like, just because I'm
That
like, I
was-
know by the end they'll figure it out.
I remember that take too, because that was the very first week of the season. Paul was like, I watched it and I couldn't finish it. And I was like, well, I guess I'll come back to it. And
I just,
Defi-
it's and
it
again,
was
I
not-
wasn't
it-
necessarily saying it's bad. I just like
Yeah, no, I will definitely say I get it because it definitely got slow, like in the middle part, because it's at the very beginning. It shows like the character and it shows him trying to sneak into something and it shows him like doing a bunch of cool stuff and like revealing that he's like wanted for like $800,000 and all that stuff. And then it like hard cuts and it's like life inside the city following this doctor and it's a lot slower for a bit, but it's just building up the world and kind of what's going on. And then it just pops off in the last 10 minutes.
that's
And
fair.
it's like the animation's
know.
nothing to write home about, you know. It's nothing super crazy, but it's not also bad. I'm enjoying it.
So I think
I might just
part of
watch
my
a few
thing
more
too
episodes
is
and figure it out.
I am currently like, as both of you know, like knee deep in One Piece.
Mhm.
Like I've made it to and for those of you who have not seen or read One Piece and don't want to get One Piece spoiled, the next 10 seconds are One Piece spoilers.
wait, pause before you say anything.
Yes.
There is no way you're far enough that spoiler warning
Nothing
is
you
necessary.
say will be a spoiler that matters to anybody who
so
actually
I
reads
finally
One Piece.
got into Ace inside the prison with our lovely Amazon snake people.
God, I love them.
They're so good, dude. She's so cool.
Boa?
That
Boa is such
Boa
a
plus
fucking
Boa
bad bitch.
plus Boa plus Luffy was like the best like peak One Piece that I've gotten to this point of them just being ridiculously dumb for zero reason. Side note, I also remember you talking about their individual training arcs, which I figured this is basically what it is. And the fact that Sanji's just getting chased after by like
Yeah,
a
that's the
whole
training
horde of
arcs. That's the
women.
time skip training
And
arcs.
it's just-
Yeah, Sanji's training arc is that he goes to an island full of women because his one weakness is the fucking 2X chromosomes.
I want to point out it happened to Luffy too, and Luffy was just like, "Oh hey, you're cool," and they were like, "We gotta kill you. You're a dude," and he's like, "Wait."
Yeah,
Anyway,
no, like
point
very
being is,
different.
I'm knee deep in One Piece, and
I have plot armor.
it's just me being knee deep in One Piece and watching like the first episode of Bisco and being like, okay, that's reminiscent. That's kind of reminiscent, and then just like not caring at all, if that makes sense. You know, like in this, like, oh, I'm a vigilante in a world that's full of like chaos,
Listen,
and it doesn't quite feel like pirates, but it kind of feels like pirates.
Listen,
And then you're like,
no, Paul, what this is One Piece is the Simpsons of anime, okay? And you've just figured it out. What it is whatever somebody is doing, One Piece has done it first. They did it before, and they've done it for longer. And they've been running for God knows how long, and no one's going to stop them because there's no end in
such a
sight.
great take.
I mean, it's a pretty standard take, but yeah, it's that's.
I've just never heard it said.
I've never heard it either. I just thought like, what the fuck? Wait a minute.
Like, just like the thought process behind it. I'm not saying that
Oh,
exact
yeah.
phrasing.
No, yeah, the thought process
no,
behind
that
it, though, was like,
phrasing needs
no.
to get shotgunned across Reddit.
One Piece is the Simpsons of anime.
Simpsons of anime.
God, I'm gonna get ruined for that one, but you know,
honestly,
I'm gonna
If
make a
you
random Reddit
posted
account and
that
post
on
it.
r/anime, you would either get skewered or
they're
you
One Piece
would
Sims.
get
They're
flooded
absolute
with
One
gold.
Piece Sims.
Yeah, exactly. Like people would love that. They're either gonna eat it up or they're gonna be angry that you said it.
Hey, Nate, you want an easy way to get engagement on the podcast?
Well, let's get engagement on the podcast.
let's do it.
Just post that clip. That clip on fucking r/anime.
So anyway, the point
No.
being is like I watched the first episode portion of Sabikui Bisco, and I'm just like, this is I can't because like I'm knee deep into all this other stuff that's like reminiscent but better, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Paul, really quick, Sherry, I'd like to talk to you really quick. You said that Gintama was the Simpsons of anime. No, Gintama is the South Park of anime.
Yes.
Have either of you seen Gintama?
I've seen enough of it.
Yeah. I've
Okay.
Seen, like,
I know that it's literally just a
seen about-
meme anime that's commentary on other anime.
Okay.
For the
I was gonna
most
say,
part.
like, Paul, how have you seen enough of Gintama?
I don't think I've seen enough, but like I know enough about it.
I need to watch it. Here's the thing: is I need to watch more anime before I watch Gintama. I have more homework.
No. Here's the best part: is like you watch Gintama for the first time and you miss a bunch of the references, but then when you watch an anime that Gintama has fucking memed on, you'll like, if you're just like, okay,
I mean,
this
honestly,
is a reference,
that was watching
and it's
JoJo's for me.
fucking brilliant. Because
That's fair.
it makes you enjoy Gintama that much more and just love it.
Nate, I need to send you something that Nell sent me. I don't know if he sent it to
Oh,
you.
he absolutely sent it to me, and I
Okay.
responded to him that I was the exact person he needed to send it to.
So he sent it to me.
He
too,
said he doesn't
and I
even
was
know
on
what
it.
JoJo's is. For reference, what our friend Nell sent us was a Destiny movie of the week. That
It's the JoJo's opening.
Somebody recreated a bloody stream with Destiny characters and Destiny animations and all of that, and it was pretty well done. It's very reminiscent of the original, but it is just like a bunch of 3D characters emoting and stuff, and it's kind of hilarious. Our friend sent it to me, and me being the JoJo simp that I am was like, you have no idea how perfect it was that you sent me this, because first of all, Bloody Stream is my favorite opening from JoJo's.
Yeah.
I think it's objectively the best one. Like, not to say
That's Golden Wind, right?
no, Bloody Stream is Battle Tendency.
I can never remember. Just
It's
from the
it's
name.
the super bright Joseph and Caesar one. It's my favorite intro.
So anyway, the point being is there's all this commentary on shows at the moment. And I'm just like knee deep in One Piece, and I'm like, they did that before, and it's like, and I watched Bisco, and I was like, oh, Yep.
You know
feels
what's
a lot like One Piece.
you know what's even better too? You know what's great?
What?
Is that One Piece takes a lot from like other anime and manga because Oda's been doing it for so fucking long, right? Like, so at this point, One Piece is even doing stuff that is like, it's obviously not like plagiarizing, but it's like borrowing concepts and ideas from other places.
Yeah.
And then at that point, One Piece fans will still be like, One Piece did it first.
Yeah, no. I get it, but no. It's
because
one of those things
true
where I'm
One
just,
Piece fans don't read anything else, so they don't know actual fucking
True
anime.
One Piece fans don't even watch the anime or read the manga. They get all their information from shit posts on YouTube.
Pretty
And
much.
they're pretty sure that his name is pronounced Monkey D. Luffy.
I want to point out too, current progression at the moment where I am with like Ace being like, nope, don't care about my dad, deadbeat. Grandpa, you were great, but doesn't do anything for me now. And then like, I couldn't have done anything anyway. It's like Oda is very good at relationship building without you even really being there, which is a surprising thing to be really good at, if that makes sense. It's kind of what we talked about previously when we talk about like, you know, Tower and like Lord of the Rings and stuff, where you're like, the world happens when you're not there, you know, like it's very reminiscent of that concept. So, but to be fair,
almost like Oda's a really good writer.
yeah.
Listen, like
So-
Tim and I have discussed this like at length. Like One Piece is not like the greatest thing ever, but the thing that makes it so incredible is the fact that Oda has consistently held the same quality of content for as long as he has and has told a consistent story the entire time. And that is
One Piece
so
is
beyond
always
impressive.
going to be an 8. One Piece will never be a 10. One
think-
Piece will never be a 6.
I think it'll
One
hit the
Piece is an
hype of
8.
a 10 when they find the One Piece. But like that's just going to be when it ends, and then people are going to like they're going to recoil a bit afterwards once it's over, and then it'll settle at an 8.
Yeah,
But,
like it. One Piece will forever be an 8, and it'll be one of the most solid 8s that you can give out because of the fact that minus like Thriller Bark and the filler episodes in the anime.
I don't even mind.
And even then, there are some of the filler episodes that like people wish were canon because they're that good.
Yeah, and it like
So I want to say it this way. It's just, and it's something that I think about other things is when you look at something that is so good for like for example, like Mythbusters, right? Like you can say Mythbusters theoretically was like an 8, but the fact that they maintained an 8 doing the stuff that they did for so very long, like, and made things interesting, even if they were like if you remember like the earlier dumb myths where they had like, you know, the lore, like
our death ray isn't working. I'm standing in it and I'm not dead yet.
And my point being is like you can have stuff that's not necessarily a 10 that I feel like at the end of the day you can put in the 10 category simply because it's been that good.
Paul, what
that
you're
long.
discussing is not quality. It's how much you personally appreciate it, which to each person is absolutely different, and I
That's
can
fair.
100% agree with that.
Go ahead, Tim.
The quality of the presentation that they've been giving out has always been a 10, whether or not the content is a 10.
Well, I think I'm making a secondary point to that, which is that high quality over extended longevity means that in like a higher, like for example, I guess another example to see if I can't make the point better. The fact that, let's just go to recent history, right? Like let's do sports. I don't know how well both of you know sports too much, but like Tom Brady, you can like, he may not necessarily be the most talented of all time. He may not necessarily be, you know, the flashiest of all time. He may not even necessarily be like technically, he is at this point the winningest of all time, like repeatedly. But the fact that he had his teams at such a high level consistently for so very long,
Listen,
puts it in a category of like a Hall of Fame that like you can't deny.
I despise Tom Brady. Not for anything that the man has done. He's a totally fine human being. Like I'm sure he's completely pleasant and awesome.
Right.
But like I hate his fans, and that's what gets to me. But
Yeah.
like I don't even have anything against any of the teams that he's been on, just their fans. But
Fair.
the thing is like I have to respect the man because he has for the past how long was he playing
years.
professionally?
He played
22 years.
Okay, 22. I knew it was like over 20, but like For 22 years, he was a star quarterback that was so incredibly sought after. He was with Patriots for what, 12 years?
No, he was with New England for 18.
20 of them.
Oh, 20, right.
He was with them for 20. I didn't realize he was with them from the beginning. I thought he went somewhere else. But
he was drafted by Belichick in the 4th round.
6th round.
Oh yeah,
pick 299.
Yeah, he could have gone in the 4th round, and people would have honestly accepted that. But
the point being is
he's gone to how many He's won how many Super Bowls?
I'm gonna give you a wild stat on this, just for context for people who don't follow sports stuff.
He has 7 rings, by the way.
He was in a Super Bowl over 50% of his entire career. The man was in 10 Super Bowls in a 22-year career and had to go to the AFC Championship, which is the one to get to the Super Bowl, if I remember correctly, 16 out of 22 years. It's stupidly astounding. And that's kind of the point that I'm making about One Piece is like, even if you don't necessarily say One Piece has always been at the proverbial Super Bowl, right? The fact that they are in that category for as long as it has been in that category means that you can't deny like its greatness, even if you don't necessarily enjoy it. And that's my point that I'm getting at is like,
and I respect it. I've said my piece about One Piece many times, and like, yeah, I respect it.
Yeah,
it has lasted so long, and it has a rabid base of fans for a reason. Nothing lasts that long and has that many fans if it's not good, you know.
Yeah, just because something's an 8 doesn't mean it's not. It can't also be the GOAT. It just means that it isn't it's not a 10. Like it isn't perfect. It has faults.
Yeah, I mean, and everything has some level of fault. The only thing that's a perfect 10 out of 10 is Elden Ring. That's just a joke. I'm not trying to segue.
I was gonna say, Elden Ring for me is also an 8, and mostly because performance issues.
On your end?
Yes.
So are people actually having trouble with Margit?
No. I'm talking literally about graphical performance.
I know. Now I'm segueing. Are people actually having trouble with Margit?
I think so.
I saw somebody post that they've been trying it for Margit for 10 hours and couldn't beat it. And I was like,
so quick point, just because I want to make sure everybody you can it's an open world.
Yeah.
You can just
go
leave fight another boss.
Well, so there are
and then come back.
So there's mainline story bosses.
Right.
And this is the first one that like the story is like, go here, fight this person. And it very clearly directs you there. You get there within like 2 hours if you're like just beelining towards it. I did a little bit of exploring and made it there in 2 hours anyways. But it's the gatekeeping before you go to the next place, and people like fight it and lose and then go back. And there's other bosses that they can't fight because they're too strong, like the Tree Sentinel, which is the guy on the horse that's kicking everybody's ass, and it's hilarious.
Did you see the one where he was literally one hit from?
That was a different enemy.
Different enemy. Okay.
Yeah,
fair.
but I did see that. It was so painful. Guy was running around on his horse and ran into a guy holding a torch and lost the boss fight. The boss was one hit, he was one hit, and he just took environmental damage, which
it was painful.
It's so frustrating, but like
anyway, the point being, Elden Ring, peak content.
It's like
it's so
honestly
fun.
Like I think Elden Ring does exactly what like One Piece is doing, where it just has a decent layer of content over the entire map. And it's a decent amount, and people are like, holy shit, no game has ever given us decent content over decent space. 10 out of 10. like I mean, honestly.
They're not wrong though. With it, however, I will say, I've heard so many good things about Witch Queen, it's ridiculous. So.
Oh my god, Witch Queen
I'm
is
the only person in the call that hasn't played.
I haven't played.
Yeah, so I've finished it, and I'm very, very excited for the raid to come out in a couple weeks. It's going to be hype.
You mean this Saturday?
Yeah, holy shit, fuck. The raid comes out this week. I'm hype. The story and the story reveals that were shown were actually fucking crazy. My jaw dropped a few times. I've talked to Paul about a good level of it. He has been spoiled. At his consent. I didn't spoil him without his consent. I would never do that.
Unlike I accidentally do all the time.
Hey, remember when I was watching Shadow and Bone?
Yeah.
That's still one of my favorites. That's so good. But
Pain.
yeah, like Destiny 2 Witch Queen. If you've ever played Destiny, or if you liked Taken King, get Witch Queen.
Yeah.
Like that's it. If you think Destiny 2 is a piece of shit, but you enjoyed Destiny 1 Taken King, get Witch Queen. That's it. That's all I'm saying. Like, I don't need to say anything else. The story is great. It's there. It feels like there's a lot of payoff for a lot of buildup that's been there for a long time. And I have no fucking idea what's happening next, and I'm very excited.
So, do we want to just free flow into continued conversation? Do you want to sideline back to anime?
Also,
I mean,
talk about whatever. I'm just here to talk at this
one
point.
show that I really wanted to talk about.
What are we
Okay,
talking
go
about, Tim?
Tokyo 24th Ward.
Oh,
Which-
24th Ward? Solid. Keep going.
Paul, I have a question. Are you caught up right now?
I'm current, yes.
Okay. Can we talk about the fact that are we just watching an anime version of fucking 1984?
Yes.
Large.
This is George
sibling.
Orwell's 1984 set in the 24th ward of Tokyo. That's all this is.
Yeah. In the future, but yes.
In the current day.
It's a little more futuristic than current day, but
Oh man,
Well, the timeline that they've
2024.
set is
Jesus
literally the
Christ,
20
so far away. I don't know what year it is. I'm throwing out something.
Ah, wait. The most recent episode takes place in October of 2021.
yeah. They kept
That's
it current
kind
day.
of the timeline that they're going for. Is that this is something that actually could, for the most part, occur in modern day.
This is just like Code Geass does, where it's like, yeah, this is a different version of the 50s if the US won everything.
Correct.
It's kind of like that, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, because Code Geass is if the US won the First World War, pretty much.
So it's super solid.
It's honestly
So I loved the first. What episode are we on? 7 right now, right?
7, yes.
First 6, super great. I
Did
think
you not
first
like this
3 were
week's
the
episode?
best. I think its first 3 were the best, right? And then the middle 3 of we're doing that world building thing that we like to talk about all the time. Is like these last 4 have been honest to God, like setting up world building and like progress of why the main conflict is taking place in regards to not just the city but our main 3 characters, which I find hilarious that they're red, blue, and green, and like they're also color coordinated, and the whole show is they call each other RGB. It's kind of cute. Point being,
Better hope Razor doesn't find out.
that was good. But no, I'm waiting to see where it goes next, because it's either going to be good or it's not. If that makes sense, Tim, right? Like
Here's the
I
thing is,
expect it to be good though.
I'm so glad that we have Dictator Dad. That's really fucking cool. Dictator Dad is a very interesting dynamic to create
is.
for our
This sounds
protagonist.
exactly like Code Geass to me.
It's different enough that like
It's kind of
It's-
Code Geass, honestly.
Is it really? Now I have to watch it.
it's actually like I feel like you'd really enjoy it, Nate. Like if you remember that first
and
episode,
It's
the thing
like,
actually
was a
so
little
funny
slow.
enough. It's on my list today. I was sitting there. I was like, I need to watch a new anime, and then I watched Bisco because I was like, whatever, this is something I can watch. And then as we sat down, I was like, oh yeah, Tokyo 24th Ward exists. I wonder if they even are continuing watching that. And then you brought it up
I'm
in the
current,
episode.
yeah, so I'm current with that. I'm current with
Attack on
Salaryman's
Titan.
Club. I'm current with Attack on Titan. Current with Salaryman's Club, which
Can I,
Tim, I need
can I
you to catch
spoil
up
the
on.
latest episode of Attack on Titan?
Of course.
Or like
I'm
the end of the
down. I don't
last
give a
episode,
shit.
I guess.
Yeah.
Dad's back.
Dad is
Oh
in
my
fact
god.
back.
It was a surprise. The person Tim's cosplaying as never died.
Wow.
I mean, they showcased
Wait.
that at the end of last week's episode.
That's why I said also, like, I mean, the end of last episode.
Yeah.
I did
But-
disclose that, but yeah.
I could do a really interesting Levi cosplay if I just chop my fucking legs off. I thought that one would get a rile out
that was
of
a good
everybody.
one. That got me.
Anyway, so I want to update on our beloved Battery Mans in Salaryman's Club.
Mm-hmm.
It's so good. Like
Mhm.
they are
Okay.
doing such a good job of like separating world building and also like badminton. Um, the last 2 episodes have been
Is there a
more
good
focused
mitten?
on the badminton. No, but they're battery mans.
Are there goodery
And the
mans?
secondary main character, who's like his partner in all of this,
Mhm.
spares no opportunity to be like do the whole like spin thing and put his like badminton racket up and be like, we are battery mans. And you're just like,
So he's got a
There's
little
always
bit of
different
pep
like
in his
that's
step.
both adorable and very fucking cringe.
yes,
at the
exactly.
same
And
time.
then there's of course always every single time at the end of it, it's the cricket sound and it's just great.
Okay, cool.
I have
Like,
never
the last
seen this
2
show. He's
episodes
my
a bit.
favorite character.
You'll love him. He is literally like, what are you doing?
I will die for
I-
him.
He's like the 32-year-old salesman who's like, why? He's like, the whole point is in pointlessness. Like it's
This
like,
man is my spirit animal, okay?
You're gonna
Like this man, I don't know his name. I don't know what he looks like, but I will know
he's
him.
he's like, I'm gonna take the stairs because it's pointless. And he gets to the top, and then our beloved main character takes the elevator. And he like gets to the top and he's like, why'd you take the elevator? He was like, it was too much effort. He's like, but that was, and it's just like back and forth, that kind of dynamic. It's really great.
I would
but-
die for this
so
man.
in this last episode, they did a really good job of showcasing character relationships overall, because I think one of the nicest parts about it is the fact that you can tell from even the first episode that all of like the badminton groups and companies actually already know each other. So like there's established relationships going on that you kind of have like some sort of interplay with, where one of them is like at
Okay.
the top of the scene.
Is there
and
a
they're like,
bad
"Oh,
boy badminton gang that's like committing crimes?
not that I know of yet, but Mitsubishi Bank is like the
Ooh, they're
badminton team we haven't
bankers.
seen
They're
yet.
bankers. Ooh, that's a bad sign.
And they're all white haired.
They're all white?
It's a bunch of white hair, pink outfit with blue eyes.
I'm gonna be honest, the aesthetic that you're describing to me sounds vaporwave as fuck, and I'm all for it.
Hold on. hold on.
This
Okay.
this sounds
Well,
like my
he's doing
fetish,
that.
actually.
Well, he's doing that. All I want to do is talk about My Dress Up Darling. The show's
That's right, go ahead.
fucking adorable. Also, our main character is a Giga Chad.
Yes.
He's so much of a Giga Chad that he can make everyone fall in love with him just by being a good human being. No, honestly, it's just he sits there and he's like, I don't use the word beautiful unless it absolutely, like, until I mean it. Like, something has to be incredibly captivating.
Mm-hmm. Sorry, I was
And
making
the
sure
first
that my
time
light
he
novel
says
was
that
good.
to Maureen,
Mhm.
you watch her, like, go through that process because he said it to her. He was like, I don't use the word beautiful. It has to be something special. And then he says it about her, like, half asleep. And she goes, wait, what? Bitch, what?
That's amazing.
She's over here sitting on the train like,
Wait, are you into me?
excuse me?
That's amazing.
Yeah, I definitely need to catch up on My Dress Up Darling. I did also just make the conscious decision today to not.
That's fair. So I just sent the
I
picture.
saw it. I'm pulling it up on my phone because I can't pull it up on Discord or I'll ruin the stream.
So
Paul, this is a
Damn.
thirst trap that you would fall for.
Oh, 100%.
you assume
It's-
I have not already fallen for
It's-
I
It's
did,
just-
Paul. I didn't make any assumption. I'm just saying that you would have. That's all I'm saying.
It's,
like,
so,
yeah, there's
I'm
no,
just
like,
saying-
You
I'm just saying-
confirming that is you're telling me I'm right.
Well, see, the thing is, they're all of appropriate age. They're all in their 20s.
Paul, I wasn't
a
I wasn't implying
Paul, no
anything else. I said that was a thirst trap.
Paul, here's the thing is, we've discussed this multiple times that these are of-age men. So
Of
it's
age
totally
consenting
fine to be-
adults. And that man's
Yes.
skin is tan as fuck. He must go to the beach every weekend. God.
Yeah, like,
How does he keep
It's a good
his
time, that's all I'm
skin
saying.
that
Anyway.
dark and his hair that
he's
bright?
completely
good
fine to have as a husbando. No one can shame you because
but
he's
so
of
here's
age.
the
It's
thing.
fine.
I don't think he'd be a loving husbando though, you know?
No, he looks like he would be
No.
the one that would be
He's
just a
cracking the whip.
little bit verbally abusive.
No, he's just cracking the whip. It's fine.
Paul, are you into that?
I didn't say that.
I think Paul just outed himself on
He
the
didn't
show.
say
no.
Well, I mean, hey, we'll take any win we can get here.
for reasons of withholding, so my fiance does not get back home and stab me. Nobody can actually know.
He had to be very careful about saying that she's not cracking the whip. He had to be very careful. Didn't want to imply anything.
I'm
sorry, Lily.
Anyway,
I'm not.
no, I'm really enjoying.
Honestly,
it, though,
she
Tim.
loved
I
the
think you'll
memes.
enjoy it. Oh, she loves them. She's
I
a
have
meme
no
lord to
remorse.
the highest degree.
I shouldn't, but I do because that's who I am as a person.
So the point being is, great show. Tim, you're gonna love it. Nate, I honestly think you'd enjoy it, even if you don't necessarily enjoy sports anime, because there's enough kind of.
So here's the thing, right? I dislike sports anime because sports anime are like, we're playing baseball. And the whole reason that it's baseball is because it's a cultural standpoint that people understand and they use it to ease along the story structure.
Right.
Or volleyball is another example with Haikyuu. And that's not saying Haikyuu is a bad show. It's just saying that they use an example of that to push it along. And now, do they get a bunch of people invested in volleyball? Absolutely. But stuff that's really far off the beaten track in terms of popular sports is stuff that I'm more interested in. So like, I forget Rock Climbing Girls, the name. I always forget it, but that was really interesting to me, and I enjoyed that.
Iwa Kakeru.
Iwa Kakeru, thank you. It's such a weird name, right?
Oh, I started one more that I started watching this week, and Jada was there and egged me on. I started watching Free.
The swimming one?
The swimming one.
Yeah, I've...
And
but
within the first 30 seconds, I said, this isn't a yaoi.
Yeah, but so like Salaries Man's Club, it actually sounds interesting to me because it's looking at a lesser followed sport, which means that it's not using the sport as like oh yeah, now everybody's attracted to this sport, so we can do that. It's using it as more of now you can learn about this sport.
And the fact that, and it's a thing too, is like,
absolutely. Look, like, listen,
it's great.
Here's the thing: there are incredibly high level, like, international leagues for almost every single sport, ones that you don't even think about. Like, and that's crazy. There is an international fucking tag tournament. Have you seen footage of that?
Yes, it's one of my favorites.
It's fucking crazy. It's awesome, but it's
Pillow Fighting has one.
Pillow Fighting, Hacky Sack, like all of these things have very official sports that have very serious rules and people that follow them. And I think that exploring those is really fun. And I think that giving them the respect that they deserve in an arena that is larger than what they would usually have is good, because every 2 or 3 years, you'll see a post on Twitter or Instagram or Reddit or on TikTok of this was the volleyball championships in Taiwan. Check out what they do today. And it's and it's people going fucking crazy. And it's that's super interesting to watch. And it's those tiny snippets, but you never get it. There was a really big thing recently with Ibai. He's a Twitch streamer. He did a Keep the Balloon Up World Championship.
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Fucking incredible. And it was all in or I think it was in Portuguese actually, because he's Brazilian.
Yeah, it was probably in Portuguese.
I think he's Brazilian. I think it was in Portuguese, but it was a fucking crazy stream. It was awesome, and it's not something that most people would think of. But if somebody came out and was like, "We have an anime about keeping the balloon off the ground," I'd sign up for it. It sounds so out there, and that's what anime does best, is things that are just out there.
That is one of the reasons that I fell in love with Chihaya Furu.
That's fair.
It was so interesting to get to learn about Karuta, and because it was something I had never been introduced to. I knew about the 100 poems, but I didn't know that there was a whole fucking card game that has an international level championship.
Yep.
And it's so these people are so fucking fast.
And also, I want to point out one of the top rated shows on my anime list of all time in anime. Like, it stands up to fucking Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah.
Is Ping Pong the animation. Like,
Seems good.
I don't like sports anime, but if something's not a normalized sport, I'm fucking in. Like,
That's very true.
Like that's general. That's just kind of how I work, though. So
I mean, and to be fair, that's not a bad way to work.
I mean, if it
enjoying
was, you would
what
be
you
calling me
enjoy.
an objectively wrong human being. So,
I mean, that's fair.
but yeah, like I love the weird stuff, like, you know, Keijo, the greatest anime of all time that will never get renewed.
True.
So honestly, I'm gonna have Lily sit down and learn not learn, sit down and watch good lord, brain, sports anime, Ace of the Diamond. That's where I was going.
That's fair.
I was trying to figure out, I was like looking through it, you know, and so like I'm trying to find like the best shows
I will
from like, each genre. And
so as I'm thinking about this now, I was thinking like I'd watch the fuck out of a chess anime. And then I was thinking about not really. I think there's a couple, but there's not like any big name ones that have come out recently.
Yeah. Interesting.
But and then I was thinking about the scene, the entire sequence in Hunter x Hunter of the Ant King learning what's the game?
Oh god, what's it called?
The fake game, yeah.
Is it fake? I don't think it's fake. It's almost like Othello, but it's not. And I'm trying.
I thought it was a like a unique version that they made in their anime of shogi.
Oh, you're right. It is shogi.
It's a modified version of shogi so that they can put it in their anime.
I was like,
it's something weird, but like that was one of my favorite sequences of like him learning it and like gaining respect for his opponent and all of that stuff.
Yeah,
like it was a really interesting, like it was a very interesting dialogue.
It was a great premise.
Yeah, and so in Hunter x Hunter, like that was really really good, and I'm that's just where my mind went to. So
that's fair.
I just want to learn shogi.
We should learn shogi.
Dude, if we learned shogi, somebody would have to cosplay in Veldora and play fucking shogi.
Bitch, I will just play shogi.
I mean, what shogi is most closely related to chess, right?
Yeah, it's
because there's the board is different, the pieces move differently, but it's the same basic concept of different pieces that do different things on a tile board.
Correct.
That's the general concept, and so they're
it's an 81 tile board and
as opposed to a 64.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's got
you start in three ranks.
Yeah, it's the full line, the split, and the full line in the back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know a decent amount about shogi, except how to play it. I don't
that's
know the
really
rules
my problem
whatsoever. But I would love to learn to play it.
Show.
It'd be a fun one. Like I'd love to learn like a lot of those like table games. Tim, you want to get a shogi board and have a shogi tournament on Saturday?
I'm so fucking down. I will see. Look, I'll go out and see if I can
Paul,
find a
would you be okay
board.
with us turning your bachelor party into a shogi tournament?
But I don't even know how to play shogi.
That's the
Bitch, we will
fun of
teach
it.
you.
Listen, just
I
you,
will
me,
find a way
couple of
to learn
buds,
it
some hard
fast
Mountain
enough to teach
Dews,
you.
and some shogi.
I would find a way to learn shogi fast enough to teach it.
It'd be really funny, but no, just forget the memes. I had to throw the memes out there, though.
No, that's fair.
We're not gonna make you learn shogi for your bachelor party. That'd be really rude.
Why not?
But if you wanted to,
Well, I will say, it's not outside the realm of possibilities.
It's not.
yeah, I genuinely think I could find one.
I'm just saying,
Like a shogi set.
I'm just saying shogi.
Shogi, man. I mean, honestly, you could fucking order one on Amazon and it'd be here. Like a set.
I just wanted to see if I could find one like locally without having to ship it. That's all.
Excuse me.
You're good. Hopefully it tastes good. Yeah.
What was that? That was loud. That was a lot. Hey, Paul.
Yes.
I'm gonna be honest. We're kind of floundering here.
We are floundering a little bit, but it's fine because
We're about to hit an hour, so I say we either do you want to like roll on a topic, or I can just pull up a light novel. We can roll.
So
I want to talk
for
a bit more
context,
though.
that's fair. I'm just trying to figure out like what to talk about, mostly because we've kind of gone through all the stuff that I wanted to like see in this week of anime, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that's fair.
Because like, you know, it's hard to kind of look at a bunch of shows at the moment and be like, ah, yes,
Okay,
that's really good. Like,
Paul.
I guess I'm reading all this manga, so like,
Okay, Paul.
that's the thing.
Uh,
And we can always talk Tower.
So
That's
after
fine, too.
March, right?
Yes.
When things calm down,
Mhm.
I think that we should sit down and every single week, instead of a news segment, we should have a verse of "We Didn't Start the Fire" that explains the news for that week.
I don't know how to feel about that.
I mean, I could be down. I'm just sitting here like Pepe hands. I am not that talented.
I'm not that talented. I don't think I can do music that well. That's what I'm thinking about.
But
Like,
so,
I know
but
I
so
can do
here's the
music.
thing. Here's the thing: is it's you're thinking about it too much as you're doing music. What you're really doing is you're parodying a single verse of a single song.
I mean, that's fair. But,
And
like,
and the thing is that you need to remember that the verses originally didn't make any fucking sense, like lyrically speaking, because it was just spattering everything that happened over like a period of time. I've already brought up the we need a new "We Didn't Start the Fire," which is a bad idea, but you know.
there's just so much chaos. Like, so much chaos. I'm trying to, like, I don't know.
Wait, so I'm sorry. I'm still focused on shogi. At some level, I found the Kumon toy version of shogi, which has each piece explains how it can move.
Oh, great!
Oh, Lord. That'd be good. Much simpler.
Hey, do you guys want a short ass synopsis for a dumb fucking light novel title?
Absolutely.
All right, because I think that's where I think we're petering out. I think we gotta roll out here.
Yeah, let's do it. It's just been a long week, and
yeah,
we're all
it's-
exhausted.
We're all very tired. Our lives are very very hectic right now, and we don't have a lot of like personal time. I'll be real. I haven't slept. I haven't slept well in like 2 or 3 weeks. So it's stacking up. We're getting there. We might end up taking a week or two off this month just because of some circumstances, extraordinary circumstances, that is. And like we'll announce that via the Twitter, and you can check us out at Studio Blank Pod on Twitter if you want to follow those. But this week's light novel, Chloe Garnett, who sacrificed everything for the man she loved, died a tragic death. Foolish Chloe realized too late she was the bait that the man would throw at the Emperor, and he was the most beautiful son of a bitch disguised with affection. In I'll Wrench the Neck of Sweet Son of a Bitch. It's a Korean one, and it's just poorly translated title, which I love, but also it's just I'm gonna wrench the neck of that son of a bitch.
That's fire.
That's
That's just a
great.
good phrase. If I saw that as like a webtoon on just while I was browsing, I'd be like, we're opening it. It's
Honestly,
happening.
it just looks like a good revenge story, and I'm a fan of those.
Revenge
stories are
usually
always good. Yeah.
We,
I know. I feel like real quick for like webtoon stuff too, just because I want to hop into like
Mhm.
good revenge stories on webtoons. Like,
Are you caught up with Unordinary though?
oh, absolutely.
Bro, the Blake and John team up that's about to happen.
Oh, I mean that one's great, but I was saying if you're not reading Doombreaker as a story of revenge, like you're living your webtoon life wrong, because that webtoon is fire.
I'm trying to find the original light novel so that I can just get ahead.
What's it called?
Really?
Doombreaker?
Yeah,
Doombreaker.
Doombreaker.
So for context, dude is the last surviving member of humanity fighting evil, specifically the god of like war and death himself of Tartarus.
Okay, actually, I know this better than you. I think I'm gonna
Go ahead,
take this
then.
one from you. All
That's
right, so
fair.
Doombreaker centers on Zephyr, the last human warrior, who can stand up to fight the demon god
Zephyr is the
Tartarus.
last human fighting evil in a world abandoned by the gods. When he is killed in battle by Tartarus, the god of destruction, all hope for humanity seems lost. But Zephyr's fate is not sealed. The gods who find his battles entertaining have gifted him a second chance at life, as he is sent 10 years into the past, back to when he was a slave instead of the most powerful human alive. Can Zephyr get his revenge against Tartarus and save the woman he loves? Or is he doomed to repeat the past?
I would like to make one amendment to that story, just because I think it'll give people a desire to read it.
I already have a desire to read it based on the synopsis. It sounds dope as shit.
He injures the god of destruction, and the god of destruction goes to the other gods who were already pining to have him revived and says, revive this motherfucker. He hurt me. No one's ever done it. I want a do-over. And so the god of destruction is like, nah, man, fight me again. You won't actually get me this time. I dare you. And that's the beginning of it. And it's just great.
Interesting. Well, that'll be one that we have to keep our eyes out for.
Yeah. Tim, are you current with it?
I am, in fact.
Okay. So Tim and I are current. So Nate, whenever you're current, we can have like a whole...
It's literally only like 38 chapters right now. It's not a lot. I can catch up. I can catch up to it in an hour. So
okay, we'll read it later. We'll talk about it next week. Have a good time. A synopsis on Doombreaker. Otherwise, I'm Paul, otherwise known as I Love Mondays. ILOVEMUNDAYS, and there's underscores between all three of those if you want to find me on Twitter, Instagram, and then you can find it with no underscores on Twitch and TikTok. You can find Tim over at Syndaxatrix, SYNDAXATRAX, and on Twitter, TikTok, and all the fun little places that we hang out and do things. You can find Nate over at Comfamous, just Comfamous everywhere, literally everywhere, like if you want to find him. And we are Studio Blank, and you can find us on Twitter at Studio Blank Pod, on Patreon at Studio Blank, and on Twitch at Studio Blank Pod whenever we start streaming.
Hey, did you know that we actually upload post shows to Patreon every single week? That's right. I don't forget. I actually still do it. It's crazy.
It's great post shows, by the way, content, like great content.
Honestly, the post shows are fucking crazy because we don't actually adhere to any topic. We just kind of discuss whatever the hell we want to. So we'll talk about video games, life, generally not anime, but I think it's a hell of a good time.
The 135th floor is like easily the best place to hang out. So if you have any desire to keep hearing us talk, head on over to patreon.com/studioblank and sign up at any of the tiers. We have tiers starting at $2.
Yep.
And you get access to the post show.
Thanks.
Do the $2 tiers get access to the post show?
Yes.
I don't know. Did I hit that button? Maybe I did. Who knows?
At the bare minimum.
You anyway. Thanks
At the bare minimum, $5 does get it to you.
Guaranteed $5. A Twitch sub.
I promise $5 gets it to you. I'm not sure. I can't confirm $2.
We need to get our house in order, guys. Anyway, thank you. We'll see y'all next week for episode 75, if we have an episode next week, because we may be too tired and I'm in the middle of all the things that are happening. Otherwise,
bare minimum, there will be an episode, even if it's just me talking.
We might have a dial-on episode of Tim. Bye, everybody.
Bye.